Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host, JJ48, and tonight we are going to be continuing with Zelda Oracle of Seasons. We had just gotten here to the third dungeon, and let's see how much we remember from the last time we came through. Good defense is the best offense against spikes. Yes, we do remember that from last time. But even though we remember it, it is good that the hint is there for if somebody were playing through this the first time and we're not familiar with that. These would be quite difficult enemies if you didn't know about the shield flip. Okay, this... Okay. So in case anyone was wondering, those guys still hurt when you walk directly into them. So... I'm not sure why things like the pots we can move around just after we get the power bracelet, but these we actually have to have the power bracelet equipped to move them. So I'm kind of curious because I think that's a different sound. It's a different tune than Moosh's flute was. So now I'm kind of curious what Dimitri's flute sounds like. Which, incidentally, I did look it up, and I think we, as best as I could figure it out, we could have gotten Dimitri's flute from the Subrosian dancing game, but it's just kind of a random chance. So it could be the first couple attempts, it could be 20 attempts in. So we still get to have a different animal friend, so it's still all good. Okay, and this is Poison Moth's Lair. I'm not sure I ever looked at this one on the map when we did it. Let's see. So that's a moth there, and then I guess maybe that's supposed to be the poison symbol. I do think it's interesting that some of these room layouts where you know, because of these barriers, we can see stuff going on in the rest of the room, but we can't access it. And especially a room like this, where, and the previous one, where stuff's happening on both sides, and we're just kind of in the middle. If I recall, this is just, yeah, it's dead end, just where we can hop over there. Okay, sweet. Okay, just one more room up here. Let's just see what's up here. Okay, let's see if this is where the feather was. Okay, and this is going to tell me about the trampoline, if I recall. Jumping up and on will send you even higher. Yes. Ow. Does that actually take away any of our hearts if we do that? No. That's good. Jumping high enough to propel you up an entire floor and hitting your head on the ceiling is enough to make you come back down, but it's not enough to actually injure you, I guess. Not like touching a slime. Those things really hurt you. I keep saying slime. I forget what their what the Zelda name for him is. See, in Zelda 2, the slimes there were called bots and bits. Bots and bits, I think. But I think that was a purely Zelda 2 thing. Okay, where am I going? And in the original Zelda, we had similar creatures that were the Zols that would split into two gels, and maybe those are Zols. But I also know they ended up changing the names of some enemies, or making similar enemies that replaced them, so I don't know if that's the case here. Okay, and here this chest. I'll also be interested to look up and see if peahats are still considered the ghosts of flowers. I think that's what it said in the original Legend of Zelda manual. Alright, we're back up here. And I don't know if they ever changed that or not. Where was that room with an exit to the north, and why didn't I go there? Okay, well, I know this way we haven't been. Okay, well, I think the red ring is helping us make quick work of these guys, even without... that was pretty nice. Okay, that's right, this helps us go up. Okay, going up from this room will be how we end up getting to the boss's room. Oh, is the sound low? Are you talking about the game audio or my voice? That's not at all what I wanted to do. Okay, so there's the boss's key. We got that. Oh, right, of course. The room where we go up, we couldn't get there because that's just a pass-through room. That's, I think, where the essence will be once we beat the boss. Okay, we also have... I didn't hear a chime on that, which means that's probably not a key. Or it's definitely not a key. So we probably don't need to get that, but we'll get it just in case. It's probably either rupees or Agasha seed, and either one could be helpful at this point. In water, it is invincible. Okay, yes, we already encountered the mini boss. We already beat the mini boss. Still, if we didn't know how to handle that mini boss, that oh yeah, forgot you could move that way as well. That that could have been a potentially rather frustrating combat because um, it's usually you see stuff in water, you're not thinking of picking it up, particularly with the bracelets. Okay. Um, okay. Fairly easy fight. Well, I think that fight's always been rather easy. The difficulty there isn't the boss; it's the pit, and if you do fall into it, just having to reset the fight after you climb back up. All right, so we got the bright sun, an essence of nature. Young shoots grow quickly under the warm rays of the bright sun. Ah, thank you. I too feel the bright sun. I dreamt of the waterfall on the mountain north of Sunken City. Perhaps the next essence is near there. Perhaps it is indeed. Let's see. We are going to need Ricky's help, but not just yet. Oh, we don't have the fast travel seeds yet, so we will travel back the long way. Nope, it is this way. Guess I could use those to make it go faster. Oh, okay, I guess we'll catch Maple next time. Okay. So let's go see how Bippin and Blossom's kid is doing. Oh, Mary has gotten better. Thank you. Oh, that's right. He was sick and we gave some rupees to them. That's good. My boy is well, so I can rest. Today I have more to teach. My experience holds that planting gacha seeds in strange spots produces more rare and unusual results. Good to know. Do we have any rings to look at? We have 2 rings to appraise. Let's see what they are. Okay, this is the like ring. I think we already have that. Yep. And this is the red holy ring, which we also have. Early on, we get a lot of rings that we haven't had before. But then by this point in the game, since we've already played through once, we have most, if not all, of the common rings, and so a lot of them are going to end up being repeats. But fortunately, we earn an extra 10 rupees each time we get a repeat, so it can still be helpful. Apparently, every time I do one of those, go one of those screen transitions, I lose my speed. So. So we need to get up to Sunken City. Okay, so it's whenever we get to a new area that has like a new season change, or it's like considered a different area in that sense. Okay, and here's one place where we can actually notice the screen or the game being different from how we were before. You might recall up here in this area was before it was the or last time we played through, it was the area that was full of all the pits that we had to call Moosh over to help him, or to get his help to fly over the pits. Now, instead of a bunch of pits, we have this unscalable wall, because we now have a different animal friend, so these particular screens are changed depending on which animal friend you have. If we had Dimitri, then it would be full of all sorts of water currents and waterfalls that we wouldn't just be able to swim past. So. Okay, so there's a cave down there. Let's see if we can get over to the cave. Oh. What? Ricky, you can't just punch the switch? You need me to hit it with the sword? You would think punching a switch would be more likely to activate it than slashing at it with a sword, but I guess Hylian switches don't work that way. Or Holodrum. This isn't Hyrule, this is Holodrum, so Holodromium? Okay, I did not go back in there. That was, actually, hitting that thing sent me back. And bounced me back through the door. I think we're fairly safe with Ricky. The likes can't steal our shield, but I still am not terribly comfortable being this close to him. Ah. And then here we're getting some areas where we actually have to use the punch ability to clear out the bushes so that we can jump across. And this is not where... Oh no, we're good. We can go up this way. Come to think of it, I'm not sure I've ever actually used Ricky as a companion in this game, so... Okay, sorry, love the seed. What a great song, don't you agree? Sure. Here's a human I understand, let me fill your seed satchel. Okay, so it's just filling our seed satchel, but that is kind of nice of him. At least he's not shooting seeds at us to try to hurt us like all too many of the Deku scrubs are. Okay, Great Moblin, and we don't have the flippers yet, so we can't actually swim over to confront him. But we can make it around here to eventually get to the sunken city. You boy, this is the great Moblin's realm. If you wish to get by alive, pay my toll. That's not a toll, that's just you launching bombs at me. Do you understand the concept of a toll? Ooh, it smells like medicine. I can't stand it. See ya. Why does it smell like medicine? I'm assuming because, as we know, Syrup's hut is in the middle of town, but now I'm kind of curious what the medicine smells like if Ricky thinks that the whole town smells like it way over here. The whole city's flooded, but since I can't swim, I'm just here blowing bubbles. And apparently there's no adults willing to help the small girl stranded on the wrong side of the water. Oh. Okay, my husband was a master diver, but now he's old and he's hidden his diving gear and gone off somewhere. Okay, that's right. We're gonna need to go find the diving gear. And this guy's dad. Pop's a master diver. He had a secret diving spot, but he never told me where it was. Stingy guy. Now, how old are you? Because I thought you kind of looked sort of childish, but given how old your parents are, that seems a... Maybe he's a young adult, but... Legends say some sort of treasure sleeps on the summit. It's a boy's dream. I think about it so much I can't sleep. Yep, here's the house. It's abandoned at the moment. Oh good, and here's where we get the Gale Seeds. Guess that'll make travel quite a bit faster. Oh, I found something weird. It's a monster. It came to attack the city, it did. We must protect the city. Ha, take that. We shall protect the city. We're protecting the city, but without weapons, we're helpless. Do you have bombs? Again, this seems like a terrible idea. But I know that we have to do it in order to advance, so yes, let's give bombs to the small children. There's nothing to fear now. Let's go out on patrol. You saved me. I am Dimitri. You can't swim? I can even swim up waterfalls. You help me, now I help you. Get on my back. I chomp when you press A, and I swim like a fish, even up waterfalls. You can also carry me using the power bracelet. Dimitri, don't bite at him. I was trying to talk to him. This is the Ingo the Vase Collector. Of course, Ingo was one of the names we remember from Ocarina of Time, the farmhand at Lon Lon Ranch that ended up taking over in the adult timeline. So, okay, that big Aura, no matter how often I ask, he won't give me his vase. I'd give my dinner for it. Fish. Alright. Alright, if the vase is that valuable, you'd think it would be worth more than just fish, but maybe it's a really good fish. Okay, that chomps doesn't make us swim faster. Okay, let's see. Let's go up this way. So, let's see, I'm trying to make sense of this guy. So it looks like, I remember when I was younger thinking that it looked like he was wearing, you know, like a Civil War enlisted cap on his head, but now I think it's more likely that it's a face mask for diving. And flippers on his feet. I'm not sure why his nose is blue. Can't, like, it doesn't look like it's a snorkel or any other kind of like diving equipment, so it just has a blue nose for some reason. I am the master diver. To become my pupil, go to the next cave and open all 4 eyes in a single stroke, and bring back proof that you have done so. Okay. So, my question is, does this test have anything to do with diving, or is this just him liking to mess with students and okay, that one doesn't move. Because that seemed more like a sword ability, you know, using the spin attack than it did something that would be necessary for diving. So we got the master's plaque. Take it to the master. Oh, that's my master's plaque. You've passed my test. Very well then, I accept you as my pupil. Take these flippers. Okay, so we can now go for a swim. I'll teach you my secret route to Mount Kuko. There's a diving hole among the reefs in town. Okay. Yes, I know that spot well because I think for a while that is our fastest route up the mountain. This, I can understand the town itself being all water, and you know that's kind of quaint and thing, and we see that in a lot of games. Having water like all half flooding the house, even if it's shallow, that just seems like that's something that really should get taken care of. Especially because these look like wooden floors, and you are going to get all sorts of rot and mildew and mold and that's like that not good for your health to be in this kind of a situation. The season's out of order. The mountain snows melted suddenly, flooding town. I can't even leave the house. It's terrible. Okay, so maybe it's not a maybe that's not a like this is how it always is. Maybe it's just a at the moment everything's flooded more so than usual. Still, I think I'd be wanting to do a bit more than just kind of stand there and talk about how bad it is. So how's the bombing going, kids? We were going to let it join the safety patrol, too. The monster went off somewhere. Got scared and ran off. Well, it is rather apt that Dimitri would be scared and run off, because not only were these kids like poking him with sticks or whatever and initially wanting to drive him out of town, but of course Dimitri is a Dodongo, and bombs are the traditional means of disposing of Dodongos. So I can see him being particularly concerned with the kids having a bunch of bombs. so let's see. Hey, here's Moosh. Sniff, sniff. There's a spring banana tree up there, but until the rock flowers bloom in spring, I can't climb up to it. Can nothing be done? Okay, yeah, so we'll have to go get spring next. First, let's make it winter, and I forget what was in this cave. No, just a fairy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so dismissive by saying just a fairy. I know that, like, the fairies that inhabit those places, they are, you know, I guess they are trying to do their jobs. Um, they are very helpful, and of course, best of all, they are not the great fairies from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But it's just, I don't particularly need a fairy at the moment. I surrender. In return, I offer my advice. Even if you have a key, you still need a keyhole. Foolish brother, the keyhole is on the summit. Okay. So yeah, we'll need to get that. But I think for now, we can first help Moosh, and then we'll continue on that way. And to help Moosh, we're gonna need to go to Subrosia and get another. What's that? It's so weird. I'll trade you this ore for it, thanks. No, you don't get to just pick up stuff and throw garbage at people for it. But that's no good. Get your feather back. I will do that. I like that I can swing the Fool's Ore. I'm kind of curious if it does any damage to stuff. Does it work like the sword? Is there a place around here where I can test that out? Probably not, because I'd probably have to jump to get anywhere, so, okay. Those two are hurrying home. I wonder if they found some other weird thing. Yeah, they found the feather that I was carrying, and, okay, let's go bury some treasure. Make sure no one sees us. If anyone does, run. So, of course, Rosa did the same thing when we walked onto screen initially. Talked very loudly about making sure she wasn't being followed. So for people who like secrecy and secrets, they're sure not very good at them. Well, I must say, it's actually rather impressive how choreographed their searching is. I wonder how long they had to practice that to be able to get that just right. That's good. Come on, let's go find more treasure. Alright, we got your feather back. Now return the ore. Okay, so we don't actually have to physically do that, it just removes the ore from our inventory, so indicating that we, I guess, put the ore in the hole. So I'm kind of curious, are those two, when they go dig it up, are they going to be disappointed that they no longer have the feather, or are they just going to not even notice it, like they just forget what the treasures are, then if they happen to go dig them up, it's just like, oh hey, treasure again. Captain got a special someone he can't forget. What's more, she's said to be the queen of some great land. It was so stormy that Captain lost the bell he got from a special someone. That's a bit of trouble. Our ship got caught in a storm and sank. When we woke, here we were. Where are we? It all looks so weird. Dude, you don't even know the half of it until you meet the inhabitants here. With the captain in such a state, we'll never get the ship out. That bloke we sent looking for the bell hasn't come back. I told him he ought to search the ship. Have you seen our ship? It's over by the graveyard. We haven't fixed it, so it's in terrible shape. Useless fools, can't someone find me bell? Aye, you? Arr, don't be silly, you ain't an experienced adventurer yet. If you haven't at least proven your adventuring skills by seeing the inside of some ruins, I've no use for you. The fact that you're just kind of putting some arbitrary standards on it makes me wonder if you're really serious about finding your bell and getting out of here. Is he alright, that bloke? So forgetful. How'd that go? I'm probably going to forget that by the time we need it, but... Okay. How long do they plan on staying here? I mean, Mr. Subrosian, your entire society's culture seems to be built around kind of rudeness and just not being very polite, so I'm not sure if I would really... not sure how much room you really have to speak there. Oh, I guess I'm used to life here now. Okay. Good, so we have a way back to Subrosia from town when we need it. Any of these move? Oh. I was about to ask, so does this mean that the Subrosians need to hop over that lava stream every time they bury someone? Then I remembered, oh right, that's right, the Subrosians actually take baths in lava, so that's really not something that they're probably too concerned about avoiding. The ship's bow is in the desert, that means... Okay. Yeah, we'll have to come visit you at some point. But not yet. Also, looking at the orientation of the stern of the ship here, and the bow as we'll see it when it's in the desert, I don't know that there's any actual way to realistically get the ship like that based on there's no orientation of Subrosia that I can figure out that would allow the ship to be like that. Those aren't ore chunks, those are like just a shower of rocks. I know there's treasure around here somewhere, and I'm gonna find it. If only you could get a top-down view, you would be able to see the treasure chest over there. Volcano showers feel so great. I will take your word for it. Although I guess I could experience them myself if I put on the, what was that, the red holy ring? So I can get no damage from small rocks. But I don't think, something simply not damaging you is the same as it feeling good, so. Okay, so hard ore is said to be the best. Yep, we're going to want that eventually, be able to upgrade our shield. Excuse me, sir, let me just rob you of your Gasha seed. I don't think you need it down here. Who would want a dirty feather? Yeah, who would need one of those? That hole goes to the temple. Okay, but before we do that, I think we can... Yes. It is rather fortuitous that the area where we need it to be spring just happens to be the area that allows us access to the part of Subrosia where we can make it be spring. And that part of Subrosia just happens to require the item that we need, that we just acquired, so. I am the spirit of spring. Rock-hard buds bloom in spring. It is a season of discovery. To think I can add to the power of the hero with the Triforce symbol. I loan you the power of the spirit of spring. Okay, we've been blessed with spring dew. Climb atop a stump to call forth spring. Of course, I say that that's all rather fortuitous, but we do already know that the symbol on Link's hand is a mark of destiny, and so we it has like ties to the three goddesses along with the Triforce. So I guess we can't rule out some kind of like divine intervention on Link's part here. Flying Kuko flaps when held, otherwise it's dangerous. Okay. Well, that was... Okay, we got a spring banana. It sure smells sweet. That was kind of a dirty trick, moving right as I'm about to walk. Okay. Here you go, Moosh. You brought me a spring banana. Is it for me? I happily accept. Mmm, so tasty. That was great. I am Moosh. You fed me, so I'll help you. I'll give you a ride anywhere. Tap A to hover, or hold it to save power for a ground pound. But water is my weakness. The shallow stuff is one thing, but I can't take deep water, so be careful. So you'll let me ride you anywhere as long as it's not over deep water. Don't mean to nitpick, but I'm just saying that's not anywhere. go. Let's see what this guy has to say. He's going to tell us about where the key is. I surrender. In return, I offer my advice. Even if you have a keyhole, you still need a key. Moronic brother, the key is in the valley in the west. I can float if you tap A. If you move as I float, you can float across pits. Try it. So I wonder if there's supposed to be some kind of a lesson there. The two brothers are fighting about, you know, the key and the keyhole, but of course, it's not a matter of needing one or needing the other. It's you need both of them, and it's just like the brothers should be working together instead of fighting, I guess, or calling each other names. And we missed Maple again, but that's okay. That was not a good screen to get Maple on. What was down here? Oh, this is the way up there. I don't think I want to go up there yet. First, I want to see if I can find my way down to get to that that one Gasha Seed spot that I think is supposed to be one of the really good Gasha Seed spots. That's going to be one of the ones that we'll keep on putting stuff in. Welcome to Goron Mountain. It's too cold to go outside, so I'm all out of shape. Well, good for you for getting your Fitbit steps in there. The Goron is so big he can't fit in our cave, but it's so cold outside. The poor Goron. Okay, so... Okay, we'll see if that one grows into anything good. Okay, and this is... Yep, we want to go this way now. Which way now? Let's see. Not this way. Wow, we just finished Dungeon 3, and we're already having to face some blue Lynels. That's, that is kind of a bit of an advanced difficulty in seasons compared to ages. I don't think we faced any Lynels in ages until towards the very end. It's so nice of you to come all the way here just to see me. Since you did, shall I make it so you can carry more rings? Oh, yes, please. Then let me see your box. Do this here, that there. Okay, I'm done. Alright, we have the bigger ring box. Living alone is nice, but it can get lonely. Yeah? Alright, that's where we go next. We have to go back this way and use the flower to get up this part of the mountain. What screen are we on? Okay, so when we 3 in, that's the one that we'll want to drop down on top of that heart piece. Okay, there's Talon sleeping. We can't wake him up until we get Megaphone, which means we just want to interesting. Apparently even though the water's frozen, there's enough liquid water underneath that the waterfall's still able to continue. I guess that makes sense because we have the waterfall falling into the open area of ice over there. Okay, we already know about the flying cuckoo. Although I have to admit, if this wasn't a video game, but real life, I don't care how safe people said it was and how proven it was. I would not want to fly over a gap like this by just holding on to the legs of a bird that's only the same size as I am. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it by just holding on to the legs of any bird, but yeah, it does not seem like the best way to travel. No, we need summer. Alright, this is the Dancing Dragon Dungeon. I don't know if we ever determined exactly how the map looked like a dancing dragon. Okay, so I'm assuming the bombs aren't meant for this room. Well, here's one place the bombs can be used. Ah, did not mean to do that. Can I hit this? There we go. Okay, whiz robes. That's not too bad. Okay, let's see, which side did we want to go down? Okay, appears to not really have mattered. Okay, that's right. So this is the dragon's head, I think, looking to the left. This is the dragon's body with its feet down at the bottom and its wings, I guess, up at the top. And then this is the tail. So the three parts of the map are meant to, I think, are meant to go like left to right. Or I could be completely misunderstanding the how that's supposed to look. If I recall, this puzzle might have been a little bit more difficult on the Game Boy just because of the way the lighting was. But if I recall, I know at least on the Game Boy Advance, I think it was still you could still see the path when it like that, so it also wasn't too bad. I need to beat you. Thank you. Come to think, I don't even recall exactly what the item for this dungeon was. Is this the boomerang? Not the boomerang, the slingshot. It's the only thing I can think of. Well, I haven't seen any puzzles yet that we really need, well, any other items for at the moment. Okay, that's a dead end one. That's kind of nasty, pairing likes with enemies that you actually need your shield in order to be able to beat. Kind of a mean trick. Fortunately, it didn't work. I am going to need that, actually. Greater speed gives greater distance. Yes. Okay, yep, definitely the slingshot. Greetings, here's the deal. 10 Ember Seeds for 20 rupees. I don't think I've actually used any Ember Seeds since I last had it filled, so I appreciate the offer, but no thank you. So I'm trying to think if I want to keep going here or if I want to go back down to the other track that that we haven't been on downstairs. Let's try this first. Okay, that way is not going to help us because of course that it's going to take us up, but I think in order to get anything up there we have to light the torches first. So, alright, can you see through my power? Okay, I remember this guy, and I think I remember how to beat him this time. Okay, well, we watch him kind of graphically glitch. Okay, that is not fair that this is... I don't know if there's something wrong with the cartridge or if that's something wrong with the, or if that's something wrong with the system. But okay, fortunately, we still managed to beat him. That is not how it's supposed to look. It's not... He's, I think he's always supposed to be visible. You just can't see the shadow unless it's fully bright. He shouldn't be blinking in and out of existence like he was. Oh, I was about to switch to mystery seeds to sprinkle some on this guy, but he is not an owl statue. He is an old man. So old men do not need mystery seeds as often as owls do. So what you seek is in the eye. Okay, and presumably, yeah, that went up there. So we do need to go back and we'll need to go back and we'll need to take the other minecart. But then once we get that, then we'll be able to come back here and do that. And then okay. Oh, no, this is... No, this is just going to give us another key. That's not... That's not what I was seeking, old man. You lied to me. Okay, so let's see. So where do we go? Okay, so I see. There's a southern exit from the room with the mini boss. So now I'm kind of wondering, is what we seek is in the eye a what is that telling us? Is there anything here? And just a bunch of Stalfos and Beamos. Okay, okay, out of the way, please. I'm not even sure if maybe I did need the speed seeds. Pegasus seeds. Alright, we got the slingshot. Choose your seeds and take aim. Okay, I think first I'm going to go up and get this one so we don't have to backtrack. Okay. Well, that was less than great performance. I guess I could probably try it on the way back as well, so that I have two chances. I think that's still enough time to... There we go. Okay, good. So now... None of these were hearts, were they? 'Cause that would be kind of silly during a boss fight, or even a mini boss fight, to just have infinite hearts in the room. Okay, there's definitely something going on with the sprites. 'Cause these guys are appearing normally. A guarded body watches with unguarded eyes. Let's see if there's a health recharge here. So I think it seems like it's glitching when it should be doing the oh, we don't want to be here yet because this is just get to the boss's room, which we don't have the boss's key yet. Seems to be glitching when it's doing the kind of half transparent effect. So I don't recall it doing that as much last time we played, but maybe it was. So I think that's just something with might just be something with the way this system handles handles whatever's doing that effect. Wait, I am going to need this. I want to do that. And amazingly, there wasn't a keys in the way to block it. I think that's the only reason that they have that extra zigzag in there with that dead end, is just so that a keys can block it and make you frustrated. Oh, okay. Here's where what I seek is in the eye. I think, maybe. Is it already in here? Yeah. Okay. The old man was not lying after all. That's good. Our ability to trust old men has been restored. Yeah, because they should be flickering before they appear, and they're either just appearing not flickering, or they're appearing there. So I think the way it does the flickering effect is it'll do like one frame with them there and one frame without, and so they do kind of a semi-transparent thing. And so it's probably just doing like every other frame, or maybe that's maybe it's doing it just fine, and it's the connection to my computer to capture it and pass it through that's the problem. Although usually that's I would think that it would be at least okay, Goma. So, let's see. And so continuing our trend of the bosses from the original Legend of Zelda having additional components to the fight, here we're facing Goma, which was an original Legend of Zelda boss, but now Goma has a claw that we have to avoid. Ow. Which I didn't do a very good job of avoiding there. I can make sure we have our Pegasus speed is fully charged before taunting Goma. Don't want it to run out just as he's charging at me. Ow. Okay, so I probably can't get hit one more time, so I need to make sure that I am not getting caught. Okay. Let's hope that Ember Seeds will also work. There we go. Alright, we got the Soothing Rain, an essence of nature. Bathed in drops of soothing rain, shoots grow into saplings. Okay. Oh, I too grow in might under the soothing rain. I had another vision just now. I saw a lake shaped like eyeglasses. Okay. So before we leave this area, I am going to just check. Let me just jump down this way. Which is actually right where we want to get a piece of heart. Good. Makes sense. I'm going to see if our Gasha seed is full yet. It is. Okay, let's go harvest that. Okay, finally, here's Maple. We're not going to miss her this time. You again? Thanks to you, everything in my bag flew out. You must be brave to hit Maple like this. I'll just take your stuff too. Here goes. I'll remember this. Okay, good, a ring. Still holding out hopes that eventually we'll get one of the green rings. Or get the green ring. I'm not gonna farm for it specifically, like just spend a bunch of time doing it, but I'm still hoping that we come across it at some point. Here's some animals in the wild are used to people. Maybe you can make friends. I already have, but thank you. Okay, if you don't mind, sir, I am just going to blow a hole in your wall here so that I can get at the treasure chest outside. Which, considering it's in this fenced-in area, probably belongs to you as well. But I am a hero, and so I am deserving of any treasure I come across. Because that's the way that heroism works. Okay, let's see. This is the Green Joy Ring. Find double ore chunks. Come to think of it, that one would be absolutely useless in Labrina. The Red Luck Ring. Half damage from spiked floors. Okay. Good. Alright, so let's see. My baby never sleeps. How can I get him to sleep? I'm trying to remember what choices we want to make so we get a different outcome. Last time he ended up as a singer, so let's say play with him. Try to wear him out a bit. That might give a different result. I see. If we play, he'll get all tired out. Thank you. Yep. Isn't he a darling baby? He is. Is the green ring to rule them all? Close. It's the ring to combine them all, I guess. It's essentially it's the just like the red ring increases the damage of your sword, and the blue ring increases your defense. The green ring does both, just not quite as good as either of the others. Okay, so yeah, we're going to need it to be fall so we can get that. What? Okay, yeah. We need it to not be summer, because in summer the lake dries up a bit, and it would be too close. Wouldn't be able to get that. Rock mushrooms, petri fungus. Pick and fall only. Okay, so there's the place where we'll be able to get the hard ore once we find it. Which I think we just need the magnetic gloves to do, and then we'll be able to get that. Yeah, here's the sign guy. Simply divine, impeccably fine, gorgeous design, notably kind, signs. Have you broken any signs? Of course not. Who could? They're so lovely. You and I see eye to eye. Yep, certainly not breaking any signs here. Don't need to reset my game. What was down this way? Oh. It's bomb flower. Handle it with care by just shoving it in the pack with everything else, including ember seeds, which you would think you would want to make sure that the bomb flower stayed far away from. Granted, it was growing in an area filled with lava, so maybe it requires more than heat to set that off. Oh, that's right. Had we gone into the foundry, or the furnaces, they would have talked to us and told us about how they had gone off to go collect ore. That's right. I'd forgotten that. Red ore and blue ore. Yep, hard ore. It's shiny and has members card written on it. I don't know. I'll trade that for 5 ore chunks. Sure. Don't have any other use for ore chunks, so might as well grab a ring. Don't actually think I need any more ore chunks in the game, so... Ore is all in chunks. Gathering chunks of ore to melt in the furnaces. Oh, that's a bomb flower, thanks. Okay, let's break it. Yeah, so just grabbing stuff that other people have is just part of Subrosian culture, I guess. That was great, now we have plenty, thanks to you. If you ever need any ore melted, come to the furnaces. I mean, again, they do give me something, and at least this one's a little bit more valuable than Fool's Ore, since they do offer me a service that is actually rather useful. But it's still, you did not ask my permission, you just grabbed the bomb flower from me. So, I am the spirit of autumn, my turn has come. They say fall is lonely, but no! Pits are filled with fallen leaves, and mushrooms are ripe for picking. Neither of those things makes autumn less lonely. It's useful about autumn, but okay, you do you, I guess. When shadows fall on Hyrule, a hero shall appear. Is that hero you? Then I grant you autumn's power. Right, the Rod of Seasons has been blessed with an autumn breeze. Climb atop a stump to call forth autumn. Now the Rod of Seasons has the powers of all 4 seasons. This is all the help we can offer you. Oh, courageous youth, Din and all Holodrum are counting on you. Okay. not sure if we'll have time to actually beat the next dungeon or not, but we'll certainly have time to get into it. Here we go. It's interesting the way the mushrooms bounce a little bit. Level 5, Unicorn's Cave. Okay, so this is the magnetic gloves here. Well, this is the dungeon that we find the magnetic gloves in. Yep, okay. A lot of work for the compass. Okay, that's the starting area. Nothing over there, so... Interesting. Why does this area up here exist when we could just as easily walk on the ground? Because we know we have the flippers by the time we get here, so it's not a matter of avoiding swimming. In fact, we need the flippers to even get to that part. Okay, let's see. Probably this one. Is this next area someplace we could use, or is this a place we need the magnet gloves to get? I think we need the magnet gloves here. Or do we? No, maybe we don't. Okay, we need to navigate this guy to get that one to walk. So we need to go 1, 2, 3 up, 2 over, and that. So do that. Then over, and down 1. Okay. Okay, that doesn't move. That just lets you see the other side. other side of this room. Massive rupee. It's almost as big as the crystal that Din's trapped in, so too bad it wasn't that easy. Okay, you're gonna tell me how to beat the guys that I just killed? Recall the order you slay the knights in. Okay, no, this was... Let's do this one and then... Oh. Yeah, see, they're also not blinking to wake up. Okay, so then we just do this. And then we went around clockwise. Okay, well that was good. Glad we went that way because I think it means we're done with that path. Oh, no. There's paths to the left and right. Let's see, let's go this way. Alright, so this is the Unicorn's Cave. Yeah, okay, so where the boss is, I think that, yeah, I think we established that was the horn. This is like the head of a unicorn. So good. I guess we can come back pretty easily. Just checking there wasn't anything down there as we left that screen. Okay, so here we get the magnetic gloves. Okay. have to say, I really like the magnet gloves. I think they're just, it's kind of fun being able to use them to just get across gaps like that. And being able to manipulate the giant end ball. So that's... Ow. Ow. Not a particularly complex fight, just one that's very kind of fast-paced. Okay, so here we need 2 keys for this room. Let's just get rid of these bubbles, because they're irritating. This red ring actually is helping us out quite a bit here. Okay, so that should be on the correct side now. So when we come up from the bottom into this room, we'll be able to get that. But that's on our way to the boss. We have a couple more places we need to get first. I think our best bet is going to be going back to the mini-boss room and heading back to the beginning of the dungeon. So let's see, we had this part over here. We have that. And then we had the other minecart in that one room. Yeah, I'm not sure how long it'll take us, but I think we'll at least go until we beat the boss, even if we end up running a minute or 2 over. Oh, we're gonna have to... Okay, we are gonna need to have to come back with that. Okay, so that other room is the one that we come into and end up going up, and that puts us into the other room. Okay. Let's go off to the side. Okay, not exactly what I intended to do, but it worked. Right, so then I think we're gonna need to go back to the mini-boss room because we need to get back on the side that had the minecart still. Okay, that's pretty easy to get from here. Okay. So that's all of the chests, which means the boss's key must be in a non-chest location. Yeah, we're gonna have to go both directions anyway, so let's try this way first. This is the one that requires us to have the gloves. Okay. So how do I wanna... Here we go. Let's... Okay, so this is how we actually get to the boss. But we're gonna need to go the other way first. Okay. Should have just dropped down from the beginning. That, and here's this. So this must be where we get the boss's key. Yep. It's always kind of nice when these little underground... Whoop. Okay, I had my buttons reversed, so... when these little underground, like, side view parts actually when they include items and stuff in them, or in the case of Oracle of Ages, I think there even saw a boss or two. And it's just kind of nice to see those getting some use. What? Neither of you want to get captured? It's frustrating. Oh, come on. That was just being difficult for the sake of being difficult. And odd, usually pots just before a boss's room have some kind of recovery items. So, okay, don't recall which boss this is. Oh. Okay, this is Dig Dogger. Let's see, what do we need to do here? Oh, that's right. Okay, so we have the big spiked ball. Okay, there we go. I think last time when we fought him, I didn't realize the small ones could be hit with the sword, and had to go several cycles to try to hit them all with the spiky ball. But it definitely worked easier with the sword. Alright, we got the Nurturing Warmth, an essence of nature. Balmy days build strong saplings with their nurturing warmth. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, just on time. Oh, nurturing warmth has brought me strength. I saw a dream of JJ48 inside vast ruins. Perhaps an essence is hidden in some. Okay, so next time we will be up to level 6, where we will explore some ruins and prove that we are actual adventurers, because all of our previous adventures have been for naught if we haven't been inside some ancient ruins. So I should be here next week. That's the plan at the moment. So thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a good week. See you next time.